Welcome to this episode of What's Happening Waupaca. Today is kind of exciting because we get to talk with fairgoers this year. We did this last year too, Penny, right?
We did. It was great. We had lots of animals here last year.
We did last year and the year before we had them because they pooped all over the carpeting. We had so much fun.
They did.
You know what? That's what animals do. So we're talking about the Waupaca County Fair coming up. Tell us where it's at.
The Waupaca County Fair is held in Waupaca, and this year it is August 24th through the 28th.
Okay, and we have all kinds of fairgoers, so we're going to go around the table. We are going to start with you. What's your name?
Brooklyn?
You've been on this show a couple of times before.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you just really wanted to come back?
Yes.
So what's your fair project, Brooklyn?
Cookies.
What kind of cookies do you have there?
Peanut butter and chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah. And they were tasty because you shared one with me, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I ate the 4-H project.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. And what is your name?
Riley,
Riley, what are you doing at the fair this year?
I'm showing my dog. Her name's Lila and she's a puppy.
She's a pretty big puppy. You can see her you can see her and you are right there in the picture. So she's a year old. What do you show? What do you do with her?
I'm doing, every week on Tuesdays I go to the fairgrounds and I have a training thing.
Where you're teaching her tricks?
Yeah, I have to make her sit and stuff like that, stay.
Does she do that well?
Yeah.
Mine sit well. They don't stay very well. Can you come over and teach me what I'm doing wrong?
Sure.
They're 7 though. Can you teach an old dog new tricks?
Maybe not.
Oh, well, we'll work on it, won't we? Okay, now we're going to go over here. What's your name?
Rat.
Rhett. And what is your project for the fair?
Horse project.
What kind of horse do you have?
A Rocky Mountain horse.
Let me show the picture of that. What's its name?
Raven.
Raven. How old is Raven?
14.
And are you going to be riding? You're riding in the picture here.
I'm riding and I'll be showing from the ground.
What are you showing? Are you showing Western pleasure? Are you
Western pleasure.
barrel racing?
No, I'm doing Western classes.
Not Kentucky Derby? Not
No.
yet? How old is Raven?
14.
How do you like Rocky Mountain horses? They're really, really nice horse breeds. Yeah, I like horses. Nobody knows that about me, though. Yep. So, okay. Let's go down here. What's your name?
Logan.
And what are you doing for the fair, Logan?
I'm doing a display of the Lego City Deep Sea Exploration Vessel.
This is actually a pretty cool thing. You've got buoys on the side of here and everything, don't you?
Uh-huh.
So does this come in like a kit where you put it all together?
Yep.
Those are pretty cool. And this is a lifeboat. This is a shark cage, isn't it?
Yep.
Ha ha ha. Legos weren't built like this when I was a kid, just 3 or 4 years ago. Really, really cool. And what's your name?
Katie,
And what are you doing for the fair, Katie?
I'm doing an art project.
Yeah, let's hold this up so everybody can see it. It's one of those kind of paintings on velvet I can feel. Are you bringing any pictures besides this one, or is this one the one you're bringing to the fair?
This is the only one.
Oh, you have a wonderful, wonderful picture of a princess there. Yeah, absolutely. This is so much fun to talk to this is so much fun to talk to the 4-H kids every year.
It is.
Yeah, I know it. Because I was in 4-H and we've talked about this before. I just think that 4-H is such a wonderful experience for kids. So do you have anything new and exciting to share with us?
Well, I first want to thank you for your, comments on 4-H. That's wonderful. We do have 4-H clubs all around the county, and we have 4 of them that actually have members from the Waupaca area that are a part of them. And but we have just our county fair coming up. We had our summer camps earlier this summer, and so we're just looking forward to everybody being able to show the culmination of their hard work throughout the project year. We have a lot of meetings. They were talking about horse project and dog project. Those are weekly work nights that they go to. So everybody does put in a lot of hard work to do what they're doing.
They really do. I mean, it's not easy putting together projects for the fair, and you go in and you show them, and you put a ton of hours into it, but you also learn a lot while you're doing it, which is
You do.
really what 4-H is about, right? Is gaining experience that will serve you your entire life.
It is. It is. It's learning by doing is one of the sayings for 4-H. And so it really is that hands-on experience. And you pick projects to work on, and you work on those throughout the year, as well as do a number of other things throughout 4-H year-round. And then going to the fair and talking with the judges and talking with other adults, like maybe if, you know, somebody's parent is good at one thing, they'll help somebody else's kids, you know, learn about that. And so it's a lot of volunteer help and education.
So doing your projects the night before, like sewing a suit the night before the fair opens and I have to show it, is a bad idea?
Well, it's not the best, you know. We would recommend something else,
My,
but
my mom would get so mad at me. Yeah, pulling an all-nighter sewing,
Yeah,
sewing
yeah.
a safari suit was got to be the highlight of.
yeah.
Yeah.
We hear stories like that, and you know that
Yeah.
happens too. But
You know what? It happens to the best of us. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming on the show today and joining us.
you're welcome.
All of
Thank
you guys. And we'll look forward to seeing all of your pictures, all of your projects, and I'll look forward to eating all of your cookies at the fair this year, okay? Okay. Thanks again, Penny. It's
Thank
always a
you.
pleasure seeing you.
You
Thanks,
too.
thanks for joining us this week for this episode of What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Welcome to this episode of What's Happening Waupaca. I am Joni Kern. Today we're at the Waupaca Community Arts Center and we are talking with Carolyn Rosenberger. I've been talking with her for just a little bit and she's fascinating. Welcome to the show, Carolyn.
Thank you.
You're exhibiting here at the Waupaca Community Arts Center and you're exhibiting through October 18th. And so we were talking a little bit about your artwork, and I know that Chris has gotten some wonderful shots of it, but it's just beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
So how long have you been painting?
Oh, about 40 years.
So since way before you were born.
That's it. How did you know?
How long have you been working with watercolors? Because I think watercolors are primarily what you do, right?
Yeah, they are always what I do is the watercolor. I was an art teacher in Iola for 35 years, and I'm now retired, so I can full-time do my watercolor.
Okay, but then you do ink and you do charcoal with the watercolors. You do all kinds of different stuff, right?
I do pure watercolor, but then I also like to sometimes combine it with ink, sometimes combine it with rice paper, sometimes combine it with charcoal, sometimes combine it with charcoal and rice paper.
Sounds like you're a great cook. Let's talk about the painting that you're holding because this is really beautiful.
Thank you.
And I know that it is done in a special way, correct?
Yes, it has rice paper on it, and it blends from, the background blends from one color into another, and there's actually a second in the set that goes with it that picks up from the blue and goes more into a greenish color. And then I have added some three-dimensional white lines on here.
And what kind of art is this called? It was a, what did you do it with? Was it Jessup?
Oh, the gesso is,
Gesso.
is the white lines.
Oh, is that the white lines?
Uh-huh.
This is, I mean, it's, I just find this very, very, very eye-pleasing.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, you show all over the place, right?
Oh, Wausau and Green Bay and Marshfield and various places.
So that's quite a wide area for you.
Oh, yes. Appleton, too, yes.
Now, when I come into the Waupaca Community Arts Center and I see your work and I fall in love, can I buy it?
Yes, you can.
So it's all price, so it's something that I can pick up as a gift for me, correct?
You certainly can, yes. Which
And-
ones would you like to buy?
Yeah, really. We talked about that a little bit ago. Plus, I can come in and I can see your work and I can register. She is giving away this wonderful drawing. It's a winter barn with maroon. It's a watercolor painting. Sorry. And all I have to do is fill out a slip of paper with my name, address, phone number, stuff, right?
That's all you have to do. Put it in this nifty little box over there, and maybe you'll be the winner.
Fabulous. So tell me, do you have an art studio that you work out of at home?
My home, I designed the whole house with the studio in the year 2000. And so it has beautiful double-story windows facing the north. It's perfect lighting, and it's a gorgeous studio.
So what a way to retire.
Yes, for sure.
Do you miss the kids?
Sometimes, but I still teach. So yeah, I still teach adult classes in Iola, and I did one here today in Waupaca and yesterday in Waupaca.
So how can I find out where I can take one of your classes? Because your artwork is beautiful, Carolyn. So if I'm at all interested in taking a class and seeing if I can draw something besides a stick person, how do I find out about you as a teacher?
Well, if you would like to look at some more of my paintings, you can go to Fine Art America, which is an international networking network of artists. And you can just type my name in, and you'll see all kinds of, about 10 or 12 pages worth of artwork there. Plus my brochures, which are right here, have my name and a little map that tells you how to get to my house.
Okay, so you really need to come into the WCAC, the Waupaca Community Arts Center. Take a look at her artwork, because if you want any information on any of your pictures, this is the best place to do it, right?
Yes, very true.
And you'll be here from time to time?
From time to time, especially if someone gives me a call and says, hey, I'm interested in buying a painting, come on over, because they want to have it explained to them. I'll be there.
There you go. And I know, again, Carolyn, that Chris has gotten lots of shots of your artwork here. Absolutely beautiful work. And thank you so much for being our guest today.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of What's Happening in Waupaca. I am Joni Kern, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.